Moin! Welcome back to the channel. It's Mace, joining you again. Really appreciate all the love, all the comments, all the likes. And if you're not subscribed already, do it. This is a suggestion and a big shout out to Fridolin from Unterdupfingen. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Probably didn't, but hey, at least I'm trying. The video, or at least their comment that they made to me, and by the way, there's a link in the description if you want to send me links, and you can also just send me comments. Send me, you can send me correspondence. Correspondence is a good way to put it. Yeah, it's kind of just talking about some of the inconsistencies within some of the videos that you'll watch about Germany when it comes to facts, right? So it's this video, I assume, is going to be clearing up some of those so-called facts and clearing up what's truth from more fiction-oriented, or at least bending the truth a little bit. Let's have a watch. Dual Citizen reacts to 10 things about Germany, responding to Mr. Lee's class. All right, let's go.
I recently found a YouTube short with 10 things you didn't know about Germany, and it seemed to me that this was the perfect opportunity for a little fact-checking, especially since the person who made the video is a teacher. That just makes it double the fun for me. So, let's go.
It is not considered illegal to try and escape from prison.
This is technically true, but at the same time, it's...
Yeah, I've read a lot, or I've seen a lot of comments, and it just makes sense that, yes, it's not technically a true. Like, there's no law that says you cannot escape from prison. But, like, the fact is, you're going to break something open. You're going to be causing property damage. You're going to be doing all of these things during your escape that's also against the law, right? So...
it's basically impossible to escape without committing some sort of a crime. Digging a tunnel is property damage. Stealing a uniform is theft.
I was right.
Bribing a guard is, well, bribery. So, yeah, good luck with that one.
There are more castles in Germany than there are McDonald's in the USA.
There are currently 13,267 McDonald's restaurants in the US and an estimated 25,000 castles.
Isn't that just sad? 13,267 heart attack joints. 13,267 McDonald's in the USA. Like, bruh.
But let me show you something. There are at least two German words that can be translated into English as castle, Schloss and Burg. And both of those words can describe a wide variety of different types of building. This is a Schloss.
Schloss.
That, on the other hand, is a Burg, although currently it's being used as a courthouse. And this, believe it or not, is a Schloss. A little more than a big house, now used as a museum, but a Schloss, a small Schloss, still counts as one. This also counts as a Schloss. It was originally a hunting lodge that just got bits added to it, and now it's a town hall. And then there is the tiny, ruined Burg that I visited last year, and countless places like it all over Germany. Basically, this fact is true only for a very generous definition of castle. Most of these places are what in Britain would be described as stately homes.
Germany's Google Street View is very limited because the government was worried about privacy issues.
Not really, no. It was more tabloid scaremongering that terrified the public, and the resulting public opposition eventually proved a bit too much for Google. Apple's new Look Around service hasn't had the same problem.
Santa was invented in Germany during...
I remember I made a comment during one of my videos and we were talking about Google Earth, and I'm like, oh yeah, they don't have Google, or I'm like, do you guys have Google Earth? And of course I didn't mean it like, do you have Google Earth? I was talking about the Google Street View. And it sounds like there is some, maybe Street View isn't in Germany, or at least some of it, because of privacy issues. It's always funny when you go and I sometimes like to go in Google Street View and see if I can go look at my house. But the picture of my house is from like 2012, right? So there's like some old vehicles there. All the shrubs are different. The house across the street's not built yet. Like it's, yeah, I don't know.
This hasn't had the same problem.
Fanta was invented in Germany during World War II because of the Coca-Cola embargo.
Fanta is actually made by Coca-Cola. What happened was that as the war interrupted supplies of ingredients, the company invented Fanta as a way of ensuring that it could continue operating in Germany. But it wasn't the Fanta that we know today. It was in fact made of, whey and apple pomace, basically waste from the manufacture of other products. It was, after all, wartime. The familiar orange-flavored Fanta was first made in Italy in 1955.
The colors of the flag originated from the flag during the Holy Roman Empire.
No, that's more likely a coincidence. It's believed that the colors originated in the uniform of the Lutzow Free Corps in the German campaign of 1813, and those colors were later adopted by revolutionaries fighting for a more modern democratic state, and they were definitely not fighting for the Holy Roman Empire.
There are 5 German exclaves in Belgium, and they are divided by a narrow path, and this is due to the Treaty of Versailles in 1919.
It wasn't the Versailles Treaty directly, but the result of an argument that it caused. The Tim Traveller made an excellent video about this
we reacted on that video. That's super interesting, right? The train, how the train came through, and then it's very funny. At least it's a point of interesting history.
Years ago, so I put a link in the description.
Around 2,000 tons of unexploded bombs are found from World War II every year.
Well, that sounds very plausible. Virtually every important German city was reduced to piles of rubble. The number of bombs dropped was insane. Statistically speaking, if only a small percentage of them failed to detonate, that has to be tens of thousands of devices.
Germany has the largest economy in Europe and is ranked 4th in the world.
That depends on how you measure the size of an economy. Germany is 4th in the world by nominal GDP, but if, for example, you adjust the figures for purchasing power parity, Germany drops to 5th place. But in any case, I think we can be very certain that it is well inside the top 10.
Most taxis...
Curious, I don't really know where Canada is in that. I'm guessing we're in the top 15, top 10, maybe top 10.
In Germany are Mercedes-Benz.
And why not? Mercedes-Benz makes very good cars that can take a lot of punishment and offer a lot in passenger comfort. Going by taxi is quite expensive. I think we can justify a little luxury.
They were the first country to practice daylight savings.
Oh yes, this one is absolutely true. In order to help with the war effort, both the German Empire and Austria-Hungary introduced daylight savings in 1916. However, the idea was first proposed by a New Zealander and an Englishman, so let's not put all the blame on the Germans. And there you have it. 10 things about Germany, most of which are commonly misrepresented on the internet, checked and corrected. You're welcome.
Cool, really well done. Yeah, daylight saving is always interesting, right? It's funny, nowadays everybody has iPhones and smartphones, so just like your times and your laptops and your TVs, everything's connected to the internet, so it all just flips over for you. But before all those devices, people actually had to go and like turn your watch back, right? Turn your watch back an hour, turn your watch forward an hour for daylight savings time. Yeah, cool, good stuff. All right, appreciate Fridolin for the recommendation. Enjoyed the video. It's cool to clear some of those things up. The Fanta one was particularly interesting, like the original ingredients for it. I feel like during wartime, there's a lot of creations that happen out of necessity. It makes me think of a wartime creation from the Philippines, which was, if I'm not mistaken, banana ketchup, which is ketchup, but they started making it with the main ingredient bananas instead of tomatoes because they couldn't get tomatoes, or tomatoes were in short supply during World War II. I believe it was World War II. Yeah, World War II. Banana ketchup's delicious, by the way. You guys should try and find some. All right. Tschüss.